Hey guys, John here. We're doing a little bit more Crazy House World Championship training. I've got my sparring partner, opperwezen, who you've seen a lot on the channel. He's just taken me down in a not a hyper bullet, just a bullet arena in Crazy House. He's played very well. So that's what the first couple of games are here. So we're just starting now with 3+2 in this stream. Okay, and this is a little bit different. So now objectively, black's probably fine. Black's probably a little bit better with the piece for the pawn. Now I've got two pawns. You know, white might be okay. This king's a bit displaced. So yeah, not saying I know or have studied this line out of book very early, and playing this knight takes f7 sack just on principle. Baraki roll again. First to join the channel. Hello. So if knight at d4 here, I can't play queen c3 because of bishop b4. So if knight at d4, I'll have to play queen d3. Now meanwhile, pawn at f5 is a threat. Pawn at b7 is a threat. I think knight at c5 or knight at d4 looks like it's the right play. Got to try to develop as black, so I'm gonna play queen d3 as I've said. Got to cover this pawn, but not allow bishop b4 as a trick where if queen takes, then knight takes c2 would be forking the king and queen. Worse still, this queen is bearing down. You might even get mated if you're not careful, but obviously taking the queen would be good enough there. So queen d3, if bishop b5, you can play pawn at c4. You know, black's got the piece for two pawns, but you know, he's got to figure out how he's going to mobilize pieces. So it's probably bishop c5, knight e7. You probably also don't have to be too afraid of knight h6. It's not much there. And as white, you know, I'd want to get some pawns on the board. So I've got 4 pawns here. Not much good unless they're on the board. So I've got to develop them. So pawn at c3. That's already a threat here. Pinning the queen. Maybe bishop e7 makes sense. Yeah, so clearly opperwezen's out of book as well. Taking his time here. So I'm seeing like bishop e7, pawn at c3, knight f5, pawn at e4, queen takes, bishop takes. Okay, so he's going queen d5. Looking for queen e4, it seems. So I can still play pawn at e3 or pawn at c3. And then maybe knight f5. I think pawn at c3. Just because it leaves the bishop line open. Queen e4 check, then I can play pawn at e3 or bishop e3. So yeah, let's just try to kick away this knight. I don't want to leave that there. So knight f5. Okay. Develop knight f3. Queen d3 takes. Yeah, I've got a bit of a weakness, but yeah, I've got to look out for things on g2. Maybe I'll play pawn at f3. I'll just alleviate any pressure that can happen here. Slim MG 77 says morning, John. Good morning, if it's morning where you are. Okay, well, I'll just keep playing against this bishop. So everything's solid. He doesn't want to trade queens. Fine. Okay. So where's the play here? 95 is coming, that's why he's kept the queens on. So let's trade queens before it gets to that. So you might want to take twice here. No, it's got knight at g5 to worry about. Okay, castling is sensible. Bishop e3 was also good, but we'll go there now. Now, rook d6, so he's covering up knight at g5. Alright, let's make it happen. Let's go for it. That king's on f7. Gotta try to take advantage of it somehow. Okay, this looks very dangerous for black. He's low on time too. No kill shot yet still. Pawn at d5 though. It would be nice to put a bishop on here. And if the bishop backs off, bishop b5 check. It's getting hard to defend for him. So what I might do, I might just play a knight e6 here. Just stop his king from running anywhere. Yeah, very hard. Okay. So I'm up 1-0 in the 3-2 section. Okay, d4, d5. Okay, so ideas here are bishop g6 or bishop takes d3. You know, leaving yourself with a weakness on f5. Sometimes that unguarded pawn can be a problem. Okay, I think I might take this one with the knight actually. Normally I'll take this way, but knight at b7 doesn't look good. Yes, I got a new guest on the stream. That's my mum in the background. She's just staying here. You can hear everything she's saying. Okay. So, yeah, both players solid here. I mean, I don't mind these captures. I've got a nice big pawn mass here. Okay, you might be looking for something on d5. But that's going to be okay. We'll keep placing pieces on. Two pieces, sorry, 2 pawns for the piece. That'll be a fair trade, and the game goes on. But doesn't surprise me he took with the bishop. Probably take this way next. But I've put this bishop here because I'm going to have the dark squares covered from a knight being on d5. And then I've Yeah, just putting pieces on the king side just makes sense. Yeah, I feel like it's balanced here, but then maybe black possibly has a few more chances to attack with g2 under a bit of pressure. I just mouse slipped. Thanks for joining. Alright, so 3+2 is the official time control for the Crazy House World Championship. So we're having a bit of practice at this time control. Bishop at h3, okay. So how do we undermine this? I think maybe like a bishop at c4 could be good. Let's just focus on that knight for a moment. That's white's best aggressive piece. It's not near being a threat yet. Okay, but pawn at c7. Maybe I'll stand corrected. He's got pawn at c7 and pawn at d7. That was the hidden threat of bishop at h3. So I've missed that. Okay, we got options. We could take here even. Then after takes, pawn at e2. And he's got nothing near my king. I think I'll go for that option. So bishop at c4 wasn't just hitting the knight, it's also putting some pressure on the king. So sacking the queen temporarily, but pawn at e2 looking like black should regain some material quite quickly. Little Magnus, JannLee, you played a few games with Penguin 4 or 5 days ago. What do you think about his Crazy House? I'd like to see him play more Crazy House actually. Just see him play more. He'd be very good at it. I think that was a fairly loose series from both of us. I think it was like I ended up going 9-8, but if you have a look, it was one person won all of the games, then the other person won all the games. It was a pretty loose series. I think both of us could play better than what we did. Alright, I'm gonna have to stick to my guns and attack here. Am I gonna get busted here? The knight at f3 takes. Knight at h6 check. King here. Yeah, I've got this bishop covering here, so that should be alright. I'm playing the knight at f3 check. If he plays king h1, I get the rook. So then rook at h2 becomes a threat. I'm expecting he'll take. What's he thinking about? Okay, he's taken after all. So white would like some kind of counter-attack to work here. Now that's too dangerous to capture because a knight at g5 check. So I've got to sidestep that. And in terms of material, I'm down a piece for a pawn, but yeah, he's got a few things to worry about. Now, rook at g8, that's something I've got to look out for. I think it's too much to ignore that. So perhaps knight e7 here. But maybe that still gets mated. Let's have a look. Knight takes. Bishop here. No, I think that's necessary. I've got to put another defender on g8. Not too keen on using my queen because then I don't have a piece to attack with. Okay, so now he's forcing me to use my queen though. I have to cover h7 or else rook at g8 and then we'll put a queen on h7. So I've got to defend h7. Also defend f3. Okay, now do I want to take with the knight or the rook? I think it's better I keep the rook and give him the knight because I've got this bishop defending f7. I'll be okay. And I want this rook to not just defend the king, but also attack his knight. So yeah, he ran out of time there. Rook at g2 still there. My defense just holding up. Okay, let's continue. e4. Got the first two matches at the 3+2 time control. Okay, bishop d7. So we can also play c3. Let's try going about things this way. Now you don't want to push f3 because there can be some queen h4 check issues. Maybe the bishop or the knight. e5 is something. No, we'll go with the knight. So if he plays e5, I have d5. Now bring the knight here. f7 be worthwhile? Not really, not yet. Now bishop to d3 or c4. He's going to play e5 if I don't stop him. So we'll play the bishop to c4 just to put a bit of pressure there. If pawn at d5, I can back off to e2. He'll get e5 in, but then we can castle. Okay, so forcing the issue. Okay, we'll capture. I'm just going to castle here, I think. I wouldn't mind putting a rook on e1. Okay, so what's this? Pawn at g4. Well, play rook e1. I've got this threat. Pawn at d5 playable, and then the bishop can drop back to f1 even. Could play it back to f1, or you could play to d3, but either way is okay. I'll be solid. Can even just get pawn at g3, push the knight away, game proceeds slowly. So yeah, if I play bishop f4, yeah, let's see what to do here. Pawn at b5 is also playable. You know what? I'm thinking I might use the bishop to knock the knight away. Then I'll keep the pawn for b5. So let's do this. Get rook c8 played, then play bishop g3. And Epochrel and Liam Ches 12. Welcome both of you. Okay, that's a free pawn. I'm going to take it. So yeah, I've sacrificed a piece for a pawn here, but you know, development is all right. Black has also developed nicely. Now, what, knight f3 is coming. I don't think that's anything to be too concerned about. Let's bring the bishop back. Pawn at b5 will play at some stage, but I just want to keep kingside in check. Okay. If I play the pawn, yeah, can't really take it because I'll have a bishop hitting d7 afterwards. I'm just picking off a piece for a pawn here, just getting my material back. What if I take that? Do I have to take it? Can I play knight f4 maybe? I prefer knight f4. This is a bit of a hole on g6. I'll have diagonal pieces to hit with. So I think he'll take here and play like bishop at f5 maybe. That would make sense. Give some coverage to the light squares. I'm very solid here, so I'm not keen on changing the way things are around my king. Okay, bishop at c7. I'm just gonna keep that stronghold, that knight on f4. Yes, guys, we have played over 5,000 games against each other. Have we hit that mark? Yes, we have hit that mark. We are over 5,000. That's a lot of games. All right. Uh, I'm not even going to take this one just yet. I'm just going to say how you're going to defend G6. Going to squeeze black here. And a new Pockrells also asks, have you had a chance to read hostage chess rules yet? No, I haven't. My dad hasn't been very well recently. He's been in hospital, in fact, and it hasn't been an easy week. I would have liked to have streamed a few more events, but yeah, because of my dad's health, I've had to just take it easy. I've been doing a lot of driving for family. So yeah, he's more or less critically ill. So yeah, while I'm here, look, I'll go open up this hostage chess rules. You got a link, a new Pockrell? I'll go check it out now, just for you. Where are the rules? Tell me where the rules are. I'll go have a look. I didn't save the link last time. Yeah, thanks guys. I mean he's on the recovery on the way up, but yeah, my dad, he's nearly 80 years old, so he's getting on. He's yeah, he's kind of going down the path of dementia, so it's been months since he's remembered who I am. So that's kind of hard. But yeah, this ain't a soapbox, is it? This is a crazy house channel, so we don't have to worry about that too much. He basically had a fall the other day, and yeah, we don't know how long he was down for, but yeah, we needed to take him in an ambulance, and yeah, he had some worrying heart signs, so this is a good way to kind of chill out and do something a bit different, escape from reality, you could say, for a little while. My dad, he actually taught me chess at the young age of 4. So I have him to thank for knowing the rules. And he wasn't even a tournament player himself, you know. He was just a guy who bought a chess set, you know, and he knew how the pieces moved. And you know, it's quite fitting. Don't mind giving him a bit of a tribute here. Like he just drove me around very long distances. We would travel interstate in Australia, so you could drive from Sydney to Melbourne. That's like a 12-hour plus drive, and it'd just be me and him. And he was happy to do it. Every school holidays, we'd find chess tournaments to play at. And I think, yeah, you know, me being a dad now, I really appreciate the time that he put in, because like I can't even get to a weekender tournament now. You know, just even 2 days of time seems like too much investment of time. Like I'm so time poor during the week that when the weekend comes around, I'm like, yeah, I can't spend a couple days on chess. So you know, if we're going into state, you might go into state for like 2 weeks to play a long tournament. Could have Australian Championships, Australian Juniors. They go for like 11 rounds, and you've got rest days in between, 1 game a day. Yeah, so a little walk down memory lane there in honor of my dad. Yeah, he's still recovering in hospital, but yeah, thanks for those who are sparing a thought for him. Okay, what's going on here? I kind of like the way my opening's gone so far. It's just been a bit of a gradual push. Now, bishop a3. I don't really want to play pawn at b4. I feel like I'm wasting a pawn all the way over on the queen side if I do that. Is pawn at g5 worth anything? And then g4. Let's go for that. Okay, we've got a hostage chess link. What's this all about? I'll open a new browser on the side. Hostage chess. Okay. Hostage chess takes all the usual rules of chess and adds in the ability for captured pieces to return on the board. Wow, sounds like Crazy House. But let's see how it's different. This simple change results in an exciting tactical game that can explode with dramatic reversals at a moment's notice. Still sounds like Crazy House chess. Hang on, let me just get this. So if knight takes here, knight at c3, maybe I can pick this guy off. You can use any chess set and board, making a little extra temporary room on each side of the board for captured pieces. Play with a friend or explore the game yourself. Okay, so there's what looks like an interface. Pardon me, I just need to cough for a sec. Okay, we're back. Hostage chess is every bit as deep as ordinary chess and abounds with strategies and tactics that are waiting to be discovered. The best opening variations haven't been found. Okay. Looks like I'm going to have to take a little while to get to the actual rules. Now here if takes... I can get in on f2. That's good enough for me. Let's go. He could take with the rook. Yep. So now, do I want to trade the queens first? Or if takes, bishop at d5, queen. No, that's not. No, okay, we'll take this one. Queen takes here. Pawn at h7 is nothing to be concerned about. But I just feel I can get some pressure going here. If the queen backs off, you can play e4 even. So yeah, I'm giving up what, 2 knights for a pawn and a rook. I'd prefer to have the 2 knights, but while the knights are on the side, I've got to make something happen here. Okay, I'll just read these hostage chess rules a little bit quietly. I'll just see if Yeah. Okay, so there's a prison where pieces are temporarily placed before they can return to the game. Oh wow, he took with the queen. Oh, I want to be aggressive, so I'm going to take with the queen. Okay, so the hostages are in the prison. Return of pieces in prison. When it is your turn, you can use your move to rescue a piece of yours. Ah, okay. Right. Okay. I'm gonna have to read that later. 17 seconds. I can part with the queen, but at least make a dent on his back rank if I can capture the rook. Okay. He can't attack me too directly just yet. Okay. Put this here. I gotta just keep things under control. I don't want knight at g6 to be a threat. Right, he ran out of time. But I was feeling like I had the upper hand there. So I'm up actually 4-0 now on the 3+2 time control. Okay, there's something about an airfield. This is the space and your opponent's left. Okay, this. So if you move a piece from the prison square and also in the same way freeing your opponent's piece from prison. I'm not sure, Jan. Alright. I think I'm getting slow in my old age. I think I'm going to have to read this while I'm not playing Crazy House because I'm not understanding the rules very clearly. But thank you for sharing a new variant I've not heard about. Okay. Alright, an epoch roll, thanks. I think I'll stick to Crazy House for now. I feel like there's some more rules with your piece bank releasing. Like if you put a piece on, it releases your opponent's piece or something like that. One piece bank is complicated enough for me. I'll leave it at that. Okay, let's go c4. I'm looking at knight f6, just bishop e3. This also defends the bishop. There's some potential here. Okay. We've been down this path a few times, opperwezen and I. What's he thinking? Bishop at a5. Okay. Well, I can play c3. I can play queen e2. Sorry guys, just need to cough again. I kind of don't want to play c3. It blocks in my own bishop, but it also makes his bishop look like it's not doing much. Okay, I'm gonna go with queen e2. Let's hit this. If he takes here, I'm even considering taking this pawn. Ooh, knight f4, but isn't this hanging? What's he gonna do? e5. Okay. So what's the idea? Pawn at f5, bishop takes e1, takes knight at h6. So what to do here? I feel that white's fine, but I feel I should be looking for something decisive here. Yeah, what? No, she hasn't. I'm streaming at the moment. Alright, I'll take this. I was spending a lot of time on Queen takes G7, but it didn't go anywhere. So Bishop H3, Knight at F4, Queen G5, Pawn at G2. Right, he's grabbing a pawn. I'm not going to take that one, it just instinctively feels too dangerous. Okay. I gotta defend that. So his threat is takes and Queen at G2. I have to defend this. But also threatening H3. If I drop this, then so be it. So knight at H6. Oh, this looks tough. Should be able to. Is it the website or our connection? I think I made it here. Queen at E1 is mating. Nice finish there. Knight C3. Okay, so this has come out early. Alright, so I'm going to challenge the center. So if B6 check, I can play Bishop D7. So I think we both had a book here. It's a very interesting position. Okay, wow. A7 got taken. So I figure he knows he's gonna get his queen back. I gotta take this. But what about knight c6 though? It covers rook at b8. You could play rook at b8 and then make a queen, but then I'm still picking up a rook there. Okay. So even if I play knight c6 here and as a capture, then yeah, then it's about even. Alright, we'll play bishop e4. Takes, then I'm looking at hitting. Okay. What's it? Let's hit here. So here I'm threatening, if he takes here and makes a queen, then I had bishop c3 takes rook at d1. It was going to be dangerous. Alright, so here... So what if pawn at e3? Takes, king d1. There's some kind of knight c3 trick. Instinctively that just looks right. If I play bishop takes c3, he can definitely take this. f2 is a different story. Okay. So I have to be very direct. If he takes, I have to battle with checks. Bishop at c1, rook at d1, takes, and then rook at d1 again, mates. So how's he going to defend this? So if I think I take this one first. I want him to put something on d2 before I take here. Alright, if takes, then I'm banking that there's going to be a mate here. I don't see it just yet, but it's going to be... No, I can't use bishop a4, so okay, he's gonna go for it. If I take this way, he has to take with a rook. We'll go here. Okay. Knight at b4 check. So he's making me work. Okay, if takes, rook at b5 check. Or it could be c5 even. No, oh. wonder if I'm busted here. I think he's got too much material. I want to make him use a rook here before I take this. I'm not getting my way though. He proved me wrong. Queen at b8, queen at e7. That's just mate there. What? What's he doing? Oh, that's good enough. Yeah, disappointed I didn't find mate there actually. Maybe it was knight at a1 instead of knight at b4, or maybe I just don't have mate. Perhaps knight a1 is stronger. It doesn't allow king b3. Okay, we're gonna go for this same line. Alright, knight at b4 this time, so... Okay, not easy to cover c2, and if I take here, king d2, bishop c6 is gonna win the queen. Bishop d3 takes, and bishop c6 hits g2. This is a problematic move. Okay, I think I'm gonna sack the queen then. Pawn at b7 would come in later. I'd have to solve queen at e4 first. This is just good for black. Black's just won a whole bunch of material here. So I have to block off this and also allow this to open up, so that way bishop takes c2 isn't a mate threat, and then I can at least recover some material. But this just doesn't look good at all. Okay, Salt. All is Salt says, how much do you think improving at Crazy House improves your regular chess skills, if at all? I think it just it allows you for a bit more creativity on attacking opportunities. For me though, I've played it exclusively for over a decade, so it's probably made my chess a lot worse because I've played it exclusively. But yeah, I think I'd like to say I'm largely playing this game because it's not chess, not because I'm using it to improve chess. It preserves the tactical part of chess, which is the part I find most exciting, and there's it's relatively unexplored still, so you don't run into opening theory. Okay, I'm going to take this as I said I would. Okay, pawn at a3. If I take queen at b2, rook c1 takes mate. Okay, I can't hit the king effectively. Alright. There's knight at c4, perhaps. Ugly looking move. I think I gotta play it. I don't have any other way of defending this b2 pawn. Oh, you could try queen at b2. That could be interesting. But yeah, rook d1 takes. Offering the queen back. Okay, what are we doing here? If I go rook d1 here, you can just play queen takes a2. Play pawn at b7. Takes. Queen b1. It all looks pretty horrible. Right, we'll take it first. So he's either playing b1 queen or he's just taking the rook. Okay, he's got the rook. Bishop at d3 to stop b1, but also make my own chances one day, potentially. Okay, rook at a1. He's preparing the discovery check. This is tough. Alright, what if I go this way? I'm looking for queen at d3 check. But he can probably just block it because the bishop moving is too big a threat. Yeah, this is pretty hopeless. How do I block? Knight at c2, mate. Yeah. Okay, maybe that knight f7 idea is not such a good play. So opperwezen coming back with 3 wins there. Right, so queen d5 basically because the knight that would normally hit you is moved. And this is now defending this. But this d4 can hit him with pawn at g4. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, so you can play queen a5 or queen f5. I'm leaning towards queen a5. Yeah, we'll go queen a5 check first. If bishop d2, maybe then we'll go to f5, because then he doesn't have bishop d3. He might take this. So trouble, knight h4 is actually trapping my queen, isn't it? I've missed that. But I can probably just take this and play bishop takes. And knight at c2 is unstoppable. Yeah, Crazy House is funny like that. You can have your queen trapped and then just say, well, maybe it's okay. Takes and takes. Like, what does white do about knight at c2? Okay, it's happening. Yeah, I'm looking out for queen at b5 check here. It's currently covered by the knight, but if white gets that one in, there's a few useful squares. Okay, he's gone queen at a4. Pawn at d7 or pawn at c6? I think it's pawn at d7. Or it's bishop back. Because now if pawn here, he can play maybe rook c1. Or do I need to be sharp with something like b5 or pawn at b5? The pawn at b5 is probably going to give the queen back. No, but that's still not good for him. Like, knight at c2 is the problem. I think this is necessary. It's so that he can't play rook c1. Okay, now knight at c2. I might get to pick up two queens here. Alright. From having a queen trapped to going up two queens. Okay. And from here though, how to make use of the queens. So queen at e5 check. I might need to allow pawn at d7. Where's he going to block? If he blocks knight at e3, this knight hangs. Bishop e2 I don't think is playable. I can take and play bishop at d3. Wow, okay. I think I just take this. Pawn at d7. I have to take the pawn. I can't play king d8 because of knight f7 mate. But my queen covers the entry points for the knights. Okay, what's there a mate here somewhere? Knight at c2. I don't think knight e3 is worth it. I think we just go queen d5, threaten queen at e1 mate. That's fairly simple. Knight at e5 check, king c8. There's not much to be concerned about there. Okay, so he's taken it. Feels like there should be mate here. We'll start with queen at e1, or we can take a1 as well. Alright, we'll go. And knight at e4 check, king c3, pawn b4, e5 gets the bishop active. Yeah, if king a4, then a6 is threatening mate as well. Alright, I'm expecting the French again. No? Well, I was going to do something different to what I've been doing so far. Okay. I sometimes use a pawn on b2, but then I find he often plays pawn at a3 and bishop at c1, and then I get the same position anyway. This isn't so bad here because c4 and d5 really are fairly unstoppable. Right, what's this about? He's dropping a pawn here. The idea is takes, and then the e7 square is open to threats. If the queen takes, or the pawn takes, knight at e7 check will fork the king and the queen, depending where it goes. So if bishop at h6, I can put something here. I could possibly even take this. That'd be the ambitious way about things. Alright. Let's have some fun. Be very aggressive. Knight at f6 now a threat. Two pieces for the queen. The bishop at g5 is probably likely. Go, yeah, I think I'll just castle here. But then he'll just take this, and then this opens up. Do I have a chance to be sharper here? Bishop at e3 maybe. Or pawn at f4 even. Because the knight at f6 threat is hard for him to guard. Yeah, pawn at f4. Let's be gutsy. Okay, bishop a6. He's looking for e2. What's he got here? Queen at b5. Something that hits e2. It's queen at g4, but then knight at g3 is fine. Ah, he's got this too. The bishop at e2 might have been better. I could castle here. If queen takes f4, knight at h5. Yeah, I'm gonna castle. I'm more concerned about castling if he still has the queen in hand. Then the queen can be placed on the board. At least this way, with the queen already being here, you can harass the queen with something like knight at e3 and cover up. I also want a castle so that queen f4 is not threatening me with queen d2. Queen f4, then knight at h5 becomes a way to make some ground. Ooh. Took that one. Alright, I'm gonna take this one, I want to threaten the likes of knight at f6 and knight at e7. I'm concerned he might get a bit too safe if I take here, like knight at h3 here, knight takes f4, he's still got the initiative and then I'm not getting into his king. So I value this bishop more than this queen at the moment. He's pretty much got two queens under attack here, because knight at f6 is attacking one. This is a direct attack on the other. Knight at e7 is there. If he plays knight at f4, I can play knight at f6 and still get a queen with stopping the mate. So I like this move. I think that's a critical move in the game. Okay, knight at h3 played. Wow, sack. Okay, so he's got e2. If here takes, here, pawn at g2 takes, pawn at f3, step back, he's one pawn short. Alright, does he have something tricky with... So king g2 takes here, pawn g2 takes, knight f4 check, king g1, knight h3, king h1, pawn at g2 takes, bishop takes, check here. But with the rook in hand, he can't do much either. Alright, king g1. Very sharp, every pawn counts. So I think he'll go knight f4, but pawn f3, king h1 should be winning for white. So let's go here, we'll make him play. So knight h3, king h1, pawn g2 takes, check, rook takes, and knight f4 check, king h1, he's out of pawns again. There we go. So yeah, f takes g5, I think the winning move there. Decline the queen sack on c6. Okay, d4. d6. e5. Can I do anything here? Maybe knight takes, knight takes. Oh, black gets passive. But is there something really interesting here? What if knight takes f2 and d takes e5? I don't know. This is just instinctive. Double knight sack. Knight at h5, bishop here. Ooh, okay. But his bishop's no longer hitting here, so I've got rook g8. The pawn here takes here, here. Pawn here takes. queen takes, bishop takes. Alright, we'll put that there. Okay. Takes here, takes here. So black's just probably down material and looking a bit too passive. But safe, very safe. Yeah, I think probably rook g8 without thinking. Maybe there was some interesting DC, knight g7, king f8, takes, queen at e8, takes, knight at h5. Then you'd have a knight and a queen in hand to attack with. I don't know, that's... DC maybe was playable. Okay, so what's the material count? I'm basically down a rook here. And only thing I have to show for it is this king is a little open. Okay. Bishop a6, pawn at c6. What about, yeah, bishop c5? Sack, sacks, take, pawn at d4. Okay. Knight at f6 now. This is a good move. Do this. Right. If I can get his king on a white square, then I'll get bishop a6 check. And then taking this. So this would need to go here. d5. Oh dear. Only got 6 seconds, but white's definitely better here. I'm just so far down on material. Good for something here, bishop at e3, but even then I don't have enough material to knock out white. Alright, he's low on time. Okay, look at the yeah, bishop at e7. Can I run? Can I pull off a miracle here? Oh no, I've allowed knight c7. Oh, he's low on time, he's got to go. Yes, he's got me now. How haven't I been mated yet? There we are. Yeah, I don't know if I should have stayed on c6 instead of bringing my king to a6. Nice finish. Alright, I'm gonna call last 2 games, guys. It's heading towards midnight. I'm gonna need to sleep soon. Okay. This a6 d5 is a nice little innovation in Crazy House recently. Be aggressive. So black's given up a pawn basically to get more play with bishop e6. Oh, but I can grab this rook, but I don't know if it really gets me anywhere. Maybe with the bishop first. So yeah, I've just picked up a bit of material here. If the queen moves, bishop at c6. Okay, so he's come back here to defend the rook from bishop at c6. So now I'm actually 2 pawns up here. Yeah, I kind of want to play pawn at g3 just to knock this knight away. I'm up material, but I can't really do something quickly, so I just got to grind. So I'm going to get the only piece in my half out first. If knight g2, I'll take it. So now he's hitting d4. I think bishop at c6 check, trying to encourage pawn at d7, and then go bishop f3. So here he's expended the pieces in his hand, still 2 pawns up, still fairly solid. Ah, but a2 is hanging, okay. So still 1 pawn up. Okay. Look at a4, takes. The bishop backs off to c6. How to play here, how to play. Pawn at g4 maybe, pawn at h6. I'll mix it up. I'll put the pawn on h6 first. If knight takes, then bishop takes, knight at g7, knight f5. Takes this way, pawn at g4. Ooh. Is my move order not being pawn at g4 going to turn out to be an issue? Wow. Maybe I should have played pawn at g4, then I could possibly take it. Takes, pawn f2 takes, knight check back. Okay. Test the defenses. Knight takes c3. Could hurt. Yeah, didn't get what I wanted out of this. Oh, you really made something out of nothing here. Now if knight takes e2, I've got queen takes f5. Okay, the knight here or the knight here? The pawn at h2. I'm trying some kind of tricky knight at e6 here, but I don't know if it's going to come off. I don't know if this achieves much. Okay, I got 3 seconds. Yeah, in the end, I don't know how I got a good position out of that. Alright, last game. Okay, both sides solid. I want to go about this. Go this way. Bishop at h6. So this is where the bishop wants to be. It can't get hit with a knight on g4. I want to play knight g6, but we'll put another bishop on first. Let's get really solid. Basically threatening to capture 3 times here, and then this pawn is hanging. If the knight takes, bishop takes e3, check is playable. Okay, has he got some rook c6 trick here? The move order probably matters. So bishop takes would force bishop e3, so that makes him capture. He can capture with the bishop or the knight. If he captures with the bishop, take with a knight, then if he takes here, you can take here with check, win a piece. But if takes, and he takes with the knight, then you take with the bishop, and then if takes here, you take this bishop. Right, I think that has to be the first capture. Ah, knight's still defending here. That's the trick. But okay. I really don't have anything here. So what if I play a knight at h5? Nah, we'll take this. We'll take this. Looking at takes, bishop at g5. Oh wow, he didn't cover d4. If bishop at e3, then takes, and then at least knight at e2 is available for check. Alright, if I take this one, then all he has is bishops. And all I have is knights. But at least for that one move, my queen can't get hit. And then I'm looking at maybe pawn at e3. No, he didn't allow it. Okay. Pawn at e3 you could play here. Knight at f5, you could play a knight at f5. Bishop c7. Yeah, that's okay. If he gives a bishop, I get bishop at e3 check. So I got the 2 pawns for the piece here, and it's a sharp open position. I want this bishop for e3. Takes, it's good. If he doesn't, I've got this one. Okay, so now bishop at e3 check is a threat. Okay, and I'm a pawn up. Bit by bit. Making a little bit of ground. If bishop at e5, I could play bishop at b6, cover here, threaten things here. And then I could retreat this knight back to f5 afterwards. I just think it's, if bishop here, yeah, even this, could play bishop at b6 and pawn at c5. Maybe I don't want to do that. What if I go here? Keep it tricky. So if takes, knight at e2 check. Okay. It's just dark squares we're playing for here. Alright, he's given up a piece now, so I'm up on material. Gonna give a little bit back. Okay, gotta play fast. I'm a pawn up. There we go. If takes, knight at g3 is mating. Yes, what a finish. Oh. Happy with that one. Alright, I'm gonna call it there, guys. Out of the 3+2 matches, I would have won 8-4. So that's a good result for me. Opperwezen's been definitely catching up to my strength recently, so happy with that series there, taking it 8-4. Right, it's midnight, guys. I'm gonna shut down. I hope you enjoyed this stream. I'll post it on YouTube if you've joined late. Otherwise, wherever you are, hope you're having a good week, and we'll see you next time. Take care.